to cup tea. To put it kindly, King, we really don't agree. Gonna show you how we feel. We're gonna dump this tea and turn this harbor into the biggest cup of tea in history. They wanted no more mothering them. They knew the time had come for them to take command. It's very clear you're being unfair, King. No matter what you say, we won't obey. We're on the revolution now, King, and we're going to...
No, we're in 106.
We're going to elect a president. No more king. He's going to do what the people want. No more king.
You're in church, and we're in 106.
Tell us what to do. Rocking out a position and a splashing over the horizon. What can it be? Looks like it's going to be a free country.
So from that video, we learned about the American move of independence, but it didn't just start within the 1776 period. There were prohibition within the 1920s, the Civil War movement, and more recently the Trump issue, wanting Canada to become a state. So Brenda, can you tell me the issues that brought America to what it is today?
The issues that brought America to what it is today was fighting against the power that was protecting them against other countries which were also there, like the French, the Spanish, the Italians were even there, the Portuguese, and so to protect them against these other nations, particularly the French, they had to keep a military presence and a naval strength ready to fight back. Otherwise the settlers wouldn't have any land to settle on. Oh, and the Dutch, which was quite an empire then as well. And the settlers would have lost their land and their livelihood, but they objected to paying the tax that paid for it, and they made out that the king was nasty, and what in fact was the problem was that there should have been more representation there, which is what they were going to fight for, and also a way of deciding that a certain proportion of the tax was used to the benefit of the people and not for the British Empire generally, nor the merchants who were making a lot of money out of other people's hard work and other people's sacrifice. However, unfortunately, there were those people in the American group, this part of America, because it was only a small part of America, it was a tiny part of America, New England. This tiny portion had a group of people who wanted to, who were very, very keen on acquiring greater wealth, and one of the ways of doing it was to take over other people's land that they'd already cleared in their farms, and to take over the businesses, and one way of doing that was to make them an enemy, and therefore when you had...
I'm sorry, Granddad, Nannie's not listening to you right now. That's very rude, Nannie, so I'm going to give you a strike for that. You do not do that during someone's presentation. That was a very good presentation, so you're getting a strike, Nannie?
Is it alright to interrupt somebody when they're talking?
No, but Nannie is not listening to you, so you can continue with what you were doing.
Not the strike, me or you?
You.
Because you were going to sleep and yawning.
I wasn't yawning, that was just, my neck hurt. Oh, that's unkind. You've got 10% battery.
Yeah. I'm going to get my charger. Granddad, keep talking about that.
This was a trend that was going to continue, this taking other people's land as it extended outwards. It wasn't uncommon. It was empire building and in this case nation building by extending it, by stealing from the French, the Dutch. There were even a few areas which were controlled by the Germans, and later of course on the west side of the Americas, the southern part of North America, the Spanish imperial bases from way North California all the way down to New Mexico, including Texas and of course Florida and all that jazz, which also included the French, which is why you had St. Louis and St. Louis blues. And they gobbled up the land which had already been cleared and prepared, and imported more slaves to make more financial gain, Many slaves were very badly treated or had very little options. Their life was very primitive. Some were treated quite reasonably, but those who were treated badly more than made up for those who were treated well.
Very good. So now we're going to be talking about Prohibition in the 1920s. Prohibition was created in Reading, Iowa, in Bruner County, Iowa. And we're going to talk about what Reading and Waverly both did to create this Prohibition. So Prohibition was started in what year, Granddad? Prohibition was started in 1881. And Reading, Iowa was the very first town in the entire country to ban alcohol. So why was alcohol seen as bad in the 1920s, Granddad?
It was actually quite often that the women were excluded unless they were women of pleasure and leisure, or singers and dancers in the saloons. It was a place where people had been working hard, and some people who weren't working hard went to relax of an evening, get together with the boys, etc., and drinking and becoming antisocial, and therefore many of the wives began to object to get together and put their case supporting by, of course, or supporting, if you prefer, the members of the society who were very keen on building up a pleasant society, a place where children could grow, and these men were working and with their wives helping, and other wives whose husbands were in the pubs or bars or whatever, to try and create a place which was happy and well, where the people could live safe and secure.
Very good.
It's very clear that alcohol wasn't helping us, and so to remove the problem, they removed the liquor. But unfortunately, you'll have people who will always break the rules, and they'll see other people as imposing them and as being unreasonable. And since the world is full of all sorts of people, you can understand that some of them objected on those grounds.
Very good. Nannie, how did Bruner County, Iowa react to this? What did the county seat of Waverly, Iowa do?
I don't know. You didn't hear that bit.
So I'm going to answer for you. They opposed stricter laws, which made things worse. People in Waverly, Iowa and Reading, Iowa were making alcohol in their basements, as well as Frederica. What did America do for a prohibition? What did the whole country do, besides Iowa, do for prohibition?
What were you supposed to do?
Yes, how did they enforce alcohol was illegal?
And made
They provided a force, didn't they? A group of people, groups of people.
And they made it in the basement?
Yeah, and these people policed the removal of alcohol and broke into dens, or whatever you like to call them, where they were producing their own alcohol and having illegal drinking sessions.
Very good. So we have one more class left today, and that class is going to be on the second floor. So, Nannie, do you know how to get up a flight of stairs?
Is there a lift, sir?
No, our school does not have one. I will be in room 306 today. It's a whole bunch of number 6s. And you've been in this room before, Nannie. It's the green room where you were doing your book about Trump in.
We're doing a horror story. Room 306.
Yeah.
You did one last time about Donald Trump.
Trump and Trumpisms. That's in the dictionary now, Trumpism. Yeah, it's a pronouncement which is basically meaningless, is nonsense or